What's up? This is Jordan Gray from Half Lit and DopelivenTV.
Hey, this your boy Don Ritchie representing the Midwest 219 Stand Up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Lamar Tate.
This is your girl, Monifa.
Hey, what up? It's your man Dave Hollister from Blackstreet.
You know what this is right here. This Trigger Trench in the building.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy Jason Weaver. And whenever I'm back home in the Chi, I'm checking out Dope Living TV.
Hey, it's your girl, Adina Howard, and you're watching Dope Living TV, live with Greg Gray and the crew.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Greg Gray. This is Dope Living TV Live. Let me start it off by saying real quick, because we're gonna get into this because Gina said so. The views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. Having said that, man, we have a great show. Sound like Chinese, right? You happy?
No, I got to make one more correction since I got my crown on.
Oh
today.
no, what?
I have to correct Adina Howard. Adina, it is the crew in Greg Gray. There we go. Okay, I'm ready.
Hey Mo, straighten out, bro.
What you talking about, Tina?
Whoa, life coach, what you laughing at?
Oh! I didn't know you was gonna pop me on, brother. I thought you was doing introductions.
Coach like my name, Bennett.
Y'all,
It was funny.
The haters that go on, man. Look, tonight, man, we're gonna laugh a little. We have a great conversation.
We're gonna laugh a lot.
This gentleman, man, he's an actor. He's a writer. He's a comedian. He's also, most of us on here are from the city of Gary and from the same school, and especially Fire Marshal Marcy.
Whatever. Did you see her just take that fire hat off before she jumped on?
I did.
But this guy, man, he's been in a number of TV shows, a number of
that's an understatement.
Movies.
Okay.
And if I read his list of accolades, we'd be here all day before we got a chance to talk to him. You know what I mean? But I mean, it's so impressive. He's got so much, man. He's even written for the Soul Train Awards, the BET Award. He's just done so much. The Real Husbands of Hollywood, which is funny as hell. Okay. But we ain't gonna waste no time, man. Let's get into this. All right. Celebration. Y'all like these candles, man. This is Mr. Buddy Lewis.
Yay!
What's going on, sir?
What's up? Greg Gray and the crew and Greg.
I don't know. You said it.
That's good. That's good.
She's getting you in trouble, man, already.
He ain't in no trouble. He ain't gonna be in no trouble either, man. Welcome to the show, buddy. This is a celebration.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I'm glad to be here.
We are celebrating you, man. We try to make this show about people who have gone through things to get to something, and he's not any different from anybody else. All right, but he's doing his thing out there in Hollywood and just hanging out with us today. So again, thank you for coming.
Hey man, come on, man. I am so glad. Man, you know what? Some people are. I'm humbled and I appreciate you having me on, man. Sometimes your home folk kind of you get out and they think, oh man, you wouldn't do my thing, or you wouldn't. I'm like, bro, just call a brother. Here for you.
Man, but I mean, and he's right, man. You got to ask sometimes what you want, all right? You may not
Closed mouths don't get fed.
Hey,
but buddy, let's go back, man. Let's go back. So again, he's from our hometown, proud to say it, Gary, Indiana.
8th Johnson Street. All right.
We got
Johnson.
Wow.
And we went to the same school, Gary Westside High School.
Really?
I think Jerry, let's go.
There you have it. Now I have to add a little addendum. I started out at Roosevelt, but
sorry, baby.
Yeah,
we're sorry.
So and then I I transferred to West Side because actually I was, and this is a little caveat about me. I was on the swimming team at Roosevelt and West Side, and Coach Robinson, Lee
Hey, you
Robinson,
come on over here.
told me to come and say. He said, "Hey man, come to West Side. I'll get you if you come swim with me. I guarantee you, I'll get you a job in the summer, and I can probably get you a scholarship to college." And I said, yeah, whatever. Yeah, let's try this. And I was like, okay, let's see if that actually happened. And let me tell you, from my sophomore year in my freshman year, the summer, I had a job and I got a scholarship to Howard University.
Wow.
With Coach Robinson's assistant. So, yeah.
Wow.
I remember him. Yeah.
Swimming up there with the Curtises, right?
Yes.
You
remember Curtis? Hanky,
Robin.
Listen, I'm just gonna say this right now. That was the finest group of women I've ever seen in one family. They had swimmers' bodies, and I'm gonna tell you this to this very day. I'm not gonna lie. Robin Curtis and her little sister Dorothy. Now the other ones were cute, but Robin Curtis was probably one of the finest women I've ever seen in my life. And Dorothy, I saw her probably maybe it might have been 5-6 years ago. I was like, you look like your sister Robin.
Did you know Danita Bohannon?
Hey. Let's move on. Let's move on.
If you see Danita Bohannon, would you tell her to give Greg his tape back?
Please.
Okay, if I see her the next time I come to Gary, I'll be like, yo, return Greg's tape.
Please.
PTSD.
Yeah,
y'all got it out now.
And I'm gonna tell you, Gina, let go of these. You had your friends let go of these 20-year-old issues they got. Okay, they need to
let go. So what can't let go?
If it's a tape, what is it? 8-track CD?
8-track.
What is it?
8-track.
8-track.
Buddy, it's a cassette.
Buddy, it's not an 8-track. It was a cassette. It holds special memories for me, okay? Because it was my daddy's tape recorder. And she took my. It's a long story. We ain't talking about this. Is
tape recorder too.
Okay.
Hey,
I'm just saying. I understand that tape. Listen, man. Hey, one nut and one. You want to start a fight? Break that cassette tape in the middle of your slow jams. Or somebody had put that little mix together for you, and done with the recorder. Remember, you had to press the button and just play, and then press the button, and then you did all that, and then they break your tape. They had to take it all screwed up in it. Oh,
we gonna get off the tape.
Okay. That's hilarious. Hilarious.
I bet. Hey, buddy. I bet he still got her picture right there, where he can just cue it up and give you a picture of who's beneath it.
Cue it up. Let us see it. He does it every day.
We done got this far.
Gina, don't put that up there.
G squared. G squared. Is it like that? G squared.
Oh, buddy,
you know what?
We're gonna
talk. We're gonna switch this over to Buddy.
Thank you.
Okay, buddy.
Because it's a celebration. Y'all messing up the celebration.
All right.
So, buddy, back in the day, okay.
Tape 2.
Did you know? I can't even do the interview now. Did you know that you were funny?
Actually, I have to admit, I knew I had a talent for making people laugh. Because I won. You know when you give out those senior superlatives.
Yeah. Oh man,
I was most humorous. I have created a TV show. The show White Famous was co-created by me and my friend Chris Spencer. I was a writer for 6 years on a TV show, The Real Husbands of Hollywood. I've done all of the urban comedy shows, Def Jam, Comic View. I've done them all. So I think but I think all of those accomplishments, the bigger, broader thing is that I'm still here, being able to perform and being able to use my talent to make a living. So I think that's the biggest accomplishment.
And I think you left out the part where you're still relevant. People are still listening to you. People are still understanding.
Exactly.
I feel that, you know, I'm getting better at, like, as a stand-up performer. I'm getting better as an actor. You know, right now I don't have the ability to show my skills because, you know, we're on strike, but currently I'm looking forward to this year. I'm really looking forward to this year. I have, let's see, I have like 4 movies that I did that are all coming out this year.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
That's what's
So
up.
there's the Outlaw Johnny Black, which is a Western spoof, sort of in the vein of the movie I did before with Michael Jai White. It was called Black Dynamite. He did it as a Western. He did it as a Western, which will be out in September. Chris Spencer just did his directorial debut in a movie called Back on the Strip. Wesley Snipes, JB Smoove, Faison, Bill Bellamy, JB Smoove, Gary Owen play a group of male exotic dancers, and this kid comes and becomes the front man for this group of old exotic dancers that are trying to save this woman's hotel in Vegas. So that'll be out in August. So I have another Christmas film I did for television that'll be out. So there are a lot of things coming out. Like it'll be like boom, 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 boom.
The drone who saved Christmas.
Right. The drone that saved Christmas. Exactly.
So
exactly.
That's
I
cool.
think I saw about 7 of them though, not 4, 6 or 7.
Yeah. So I'm really excited about this year. Plus, I just left Vegas. I was with Kim Whitley this past weekend. We're doing shows together.
Okay.
My old friend, and then Chris Spencer, Flex, and I have a little tour. We're trying to get back out on the road. So yeah, man, I'm excited that I'm still around. You know,
and still working.
You know, I'm still working, and I get to do a little dab of this, that, everywhere. You know, I can do a little acting, I can do a little writing, I can do it. So I'm very fortunate that way. I'm blessed.
Nobody.
Especially
Were you a voiceover in Little Shop of Horrors?
Yes, actually, I was the plant. And you know what? I'm going.
That's my favorite movie.
Now I'm gonna tell you, see, the cartoon is different than the movie.
Yeah.
But here's the lie. There are like 3 people that lie and say they were the voice. And I'm like, yeah.
And they tell you that.
Listed, and I'm like, dude, I got the tapes.
I got
the voice.
I got the voice. So you know, I'm telling you, man, I had to call IMDb and tell them, you know, you need to change the credit, because the way they list animation, sometimes they like, if you do one voice on the thing, they'll say you did them all. And so you're not the voice of the plant. You were the voice of, you know, something else. I was the voice of the plant on the Little Shop.
Definitively the voice of the plant.
Yeah.
You did an awesome job in that movie. I'm telling you, I love that movie. That's the only movie I watch over and over and over again. I don't watch too many movies.
You know, it's a lot of stars in there now. You look at that movie; it's a bunch of Keisha Campbell's in there.
Before they blew up.
Let me be fair and let me be transparency. Now, the dude who did the voice on the movie was Levi Stubbs from the
OJ's
from the Four Tops. Levi. Four Tops. I did the cartoon that was on Fox television back in the day, because Fox used to have a kids morning show, and I did the voices of the plant. Hey, Seymour.
Me.
That's him. That's him.
Don't get Gina started, man. All right.
Yeah,
okay.
Let's move on to college. Now, you went to Howard.
Yes, sir.
To Howard. He was part of the swim team there.
Yes, very proud of my alma mater. Our swim team just won a championship a few weeks ago, and you know the black swimming thing is sort of garnered a little steam recently. They were on Sports Illustrated, and you know they've done some things. So I'm proud, very proud to have been a part of that thing at Howard. You know, I'm really proud of that I was there back in the day. So yeah, it's not like the black swimming ain't new. You know, because you know people don't know about this. That movie Pride, that's where they talk about the swim coach in Philly that started that program. That same program was what was done in Gary. We had Mayor Hatcher's Youth Foundation.
Yeah.
Same type of program. And when I say things have changed, and I was talking about this earlier, those are one of the things that I'm talking about. We had back in the day that helped kids, you know, just develop. You know, we had I remember when the schools were open in the summer because you could go down there and you could go to summer camp,
play basketball, yeah.
Get lunch. They used to serve the lunch.
You get lunch. You get everything, man. Your mama will be like, "You going over there? You going over there to Vore?" I used to go to John H. Vore over there, and you would sit, and you could stay over there and swim and do all this other stuff. You could play pool, you could play basketball, and you better not leave.
Right.
You better stay over there.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, but those are the kind of things we had when I was growing up, and got to West Side, was on the swimming team, and this is one of the things I talk about when you say overcome. My freshman year, I was on academic probation, so I actually lost my scholarship my freshman year and had to regain my scholarship to go get back on the team. Because I was the I was the class clown, and sometimes that don't work in school. My grades were terrible. Now I had, and I'll never forget it, I had a 1.995 GPA. That was my
What the hell is that?
1.995. He had that extra 95.
You say one.
He did. I heard that.
I had a 1.995, and it is nothing more embarrassing. Let me tell you, nothing more embarrassing.
Everybody talking about my 3, man. I'm a 1.9. Nigga, what are you talking about?
0.95. Get that.
995. Get it straight. I want my point.
995.
I apologize, sir.
Give him his 5.
Nothing is more embarrassing than your coach when you on that van, getting ready to go to the first meet after Christmas break. You come back. And he's like,
get off
following people, get off of the van.
You gonna walk all the way.
When I tell you, and you got to get your stuff off that van.
And they couldn't tell you before then?
No.
Wow.
He wanted to embarrass you.
I was just gonna say to make a point.
He's like, look, I'm gonna make a point. He's like, look, grades finally came in, and the following people you need to get off the van. And I had to get off that van, and they were like, and what was so funny is I was still class clown kind of on the swim team. And everybody's like, I know that fool was going there. Because it seemed like every year there was one freshman, you know, that was like a tradition in the swim team that there was always somebody that got put off the van, and it was usually the loudest, dumbest, most ignorant person, you know, and they were like, I told you. It was like that going around like that. Pay me up. I told you. They were
You say you got to get off the van, throw your clothes off. Why you throwing my clothes off?
Bro, bag, shoes, everything. And it was almost embarrassing because I thought they were gonna make me give, because you know at Howard they always gave you like 3. You had like 3 sets of sweats. You had like, you know, sweatpants, jacket. Everything. I thought they were gonna make me give it all back. So man, when I tell you it was embarrassing, most embarrassing thing in my life, but next came to work.
Yeah.
Because I mean, and that was not as hard as trying to explain that to my mother. you know, who when I came home, she was devastated. She was like, "You've gone out there and, you know, messed up my money and this, that, and the other thing." And then my dad had to convince my mom to let me go back.
Oh, wow.
And because after I got my grades better in the next semester, but the problem was because I had lost my scholarship, the coach told me, because I got the second semester and the summer, I got my grades up. My mom was like, "I'm not sending you back to waste my money. No. And you don't have a scholarship anymore." My coach said, "Look, I can't give you a scholarship until the second semester."
Man.
Wow.
In case, and the way he did it was because somebody else was going to get put off the bus, so I'll give you their money. So I was out there for a whole semester without, you know, like, you know, he said, "Man, the only thing I can pay for, the only thing I can give you is, like," I had a full ride. He said, "The only thing I can take care is your housing."
Stipend housing.
So I had my housing taken care of, which was like a partial, but that was it. And so I had no meal plan, no, you know, all that other stuff that comes with the full scholarship ride. I didn't have. You know, so my mom had to fork over money for books, and I had to get a work study job, but I had to keep and I had to do all the other stuff I was doing to get my scholarship back. I had to swim. I had to swim extra.
Man.
You know, because you know, he was like, "I don't trust you." So you know, you might do this again. And so, like, I had to do extra swimming, you know, I had to do extra practice. I had to get better and show him I was better. Come because swim season started in starts in late September, 1st of October. So I had to go all that time just to prove to my coach, you know, "Hey man, I'm gonna be a part of the program."
Man, you know what though? You know, and it's you know, it's great to hear you say what you did. You know, we can laugh about it now, but back then, the stuff was real. You know, it was real. Didn't know what direction you was going. I mean, did you ever think you would wind up where you at now?
No, I was a microbiology major in school.
Right.
Really?
So I thought, you know, like a lot of people, I thought that that was going to be my profession, you know, because my uncle had a dental practice. I was going to do the traditional, go to med school, you know, go to dental school, whatever, go work for my uncle. You know, I had that plan, but that wasn't my gift.
Nope, that wasn't your destiny.
And so I think sometimes, man, we talk children into not pursuing their gift or not using their gift. We're because I think the old school thinking is, "Hey man, this is the way to make it.
Right.
This is the way. This is the way you got to do it." I hold true and fast to being educated, but I think the kids have gifts and talents that should be pursued before you make them take this path that may not be for them.
Man, see, and
some of that is entrepreneurial, some of that is music, whatever those other gifts are that you have, you know. I think sometimes those should be pursued as opposed to this one strict, you know, doing this thing.
This is what you're going to do.
This is what, and that's not to take away from being educated. When I say read, learn, this, that, I'm just saying, while you're doing that, pursue your gift. Use your gift and educate yourself in your gift.
Got to do it.
True.
You got to. Mo, you had a question.
Yeah, actually, we got to go back a couple of pages.
I'm sorry.
So I'm rambling. No, that's fine. That's fine. Actually, it might answer. You glad you didn't just pursue writing only, because during this strike you would have been down, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things right now. Fortunately, I am able to still do stand-up. You know, there's like doing stand-up. There's no voiceover strike. Animation and all that other stuff is a different beast. I can act. They're still shooting commercials.
Right.
You know, so for right now, because you know those commercials have probably already been written, blah blah blah. So you know there are a lot of movies and stuff that are being done now that, as people show solidarity for the writers, they're pulling back and say, "Nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm not coming in." But if you have a contract, you got to go to work. Yeah. But like I said, I am so fortunate and I am blessed that I've been able to dabble in other areas that allows me to not be pigeonholed or held back by one area, striking or not working, or you know, there's no opportunity at this present time in that area. I've been able to find other things to do.
You stayed relevant. You know, again, that's the word I'm using today. Relevant. Right. Marcella, you got a question?
So, Buddy, you talked about you were a swimmer. You went to Howard. You told us about what happened in your freshman year. Is there a question that you would like someone to answer, to ask you, that has never been asked of you? Something that you would like people to know?
Wow, that dang, that is a very good. You know what? That's deep.
It's all right.
You know what? You know, is that what happens when you put out fires? You breathe that smoke in, and you just
I do breathe.
Hey, buddy, now, buddy, that's not it. That's Mark.
What'd you say? That's just me.
That's just
Mark. I don't put out fires. I just bring money. After you've had a fire, I just bring money to people.
There it is. There it is. I feel you.
Oh gosh!
Wow. You know what? That is a question I have never been asked. That one. But I'm sitting here thinking in my head, what is something that I want people to know about me that's never been asked?
Stop. Sorry.
Okay. Let's see. You know what? You got me.
That's Marcy.
That might be it. That's it right there, buddy. That question right there.
You got me. You know what? I would like if someone ever asked me, I would like them to ask me about the people, the men in my life that have inspired me to get to where I am. You know, I don't think I've ever really been asked. You know, people will ask about your mother and your background, but they never talk about the men. And I think there have been some great men who have been a part of my life that, outside of my dad, were inspirational in keeping me moving forward. And I Mr. Fisher, one of my best friend's father was one of the greatest men I've ever known, Mr. Fisher. Mr. Walker, who passed away many, many years ago, Aaron Walker, just Coach Robinson, Coach Rogers, Yanni Schomburger, my coach at Howard. I just, so many great men that were, and including, I learned a lot from my dad, even though he wasn't there. So my Uncle George, I could just keep going on and on and on about these men that were there when to be surrogates for my father when he left. You know what I mean? And so many different men. Pastor Brandt, Norman Brandt, one of the, you know, when people talk about their experiences with white folk, Norman Brandt, who was the pastor at my church, I don't know a nicer man. I didn't know. I couldn't tell you a nicer man. and he was just a good, he was a good man, and he happened to be white. So it's just I think that would probably be my answer. Ask me about the men.
That's what's up, man. That's good, Marcelo. You did a great job. Hey, BG Howard asked, can you pose a query to Mr. Lewis as to whether he'd have any interest in adopting a middle-aged physically challenged? He's been where I'm trying to go.
Middle age. Okay, now see, now middle age. Okay, first of all, we got a couple of questions we need to ask first. How cute are you? It's this girl. How cute are you? Because you might go to extra length for you look like Beyonce. Hey man, let's talk. Let's have a little let's talk to your kid.
Is BG a woman?
No,
BG's a guy.
Yeah, it's a guy.
Oh, well then hell, I ain't missing.
Conversation just changed.
Man, I ain't messing with you.
Sorry, BG.
Hey, BG.
You need to get in there. Get on in there. Read some of them life lessons or something. Get your book or something. They got that boys club down there. Run on down there. I don't know. That BG happened to be
BG is funny though.
Maybe there's something we can do, but
you see who came back.
Who said not? I don't even stand in line at the post office.
He's hilarious though. He is. BG's a mess.
Yeah.
I ain't messing with you, BG. I ain't messing with you.
I ain't either. Hey, Katina says, hey, y'all.
Hey, Katina.
Hey, Katina.
What's up, like
I want to know, buddy, what would you, if you had to ask yourself if you have to give yourself advice to your younger self, looking at it now, what would you tell your younger self to affect the outcomes today?
What would I tell my younger self? And this is an interesting thing, man, that you asked that question, because one of the things I would say would probably be study harder when you were in school. But if I had that advice, I might not be here.
See?
That's true.
That's crazy, right?
You see what I'm saying? I might have been, if I was a straight A student my freshman year, I might be a doctor now.
True.
So to say, I almost, when I hear people ask that question, what would you tell yourself? I don't know. I don't know if I want to have any advice about stuff, because it might change the outcome of where I am right now.
And I like that answer.
So what I think I would try to do is to give advice more in the line of, hey man, don't give up. Continue to work hard at what you're doing. Use your gift. Pursue your gift, because I might have inspired myself, as opposed to being in microbiology. I might have said, man, you should be in communications. You should be in you should be in fine arts. You should try something a little bit more non-traditional. But again, if I had done that, I still might not be here.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you, I wouldn't have had the friends I have, because I would have been in a different school.
Right.
No, I wouldn't have met some of those people down in the, there's a place at Howard called the Valley, and that's where all the science students, architecture, all of the engineering building, Third Hill Hall, all that stuff is down in a place we call the Valley. I wouldn't have met those people who I was in class with. I would have been with a whole bunch of, who knows where I would have been in the fine arts building, whirling and twirling and doing all kind of other stuff.
Man, I know you're glad you didn't listen to yourself.
Yeah, I might not be where I am now. So I think the thing is, I think if there was anything I would tell my younger self would be, yo man, when you keep, don't be afraid, just keep doing what you're doing, because it's going to work out. It's going to work out in your favor. Pursue your gift.
That's it. Pursue your
That's what's
gift.
up.
As you're gifted, man, you cannot squander that, man. You got to do it. So yeah, I think all of us are probably glad we listen to ourselves, because that if I shoulda, woulda, coulda, that's the stuff that holds you right back where you were. Never look back, man. Okay, Marcella, let's take it to the 1 minute thought.
Take a quick break to redirect, regroup, and refocus with life coach Jeff Relaford.
There he is.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I want to give y'all a quick tip real fast on how to stay motivated. You know, there's a lot of things that we look at in life real quick, but I just want to give you one tip. I could talk on and on about it, but I'm going to give you one here. I want everybody to take the time to just celebrate your successes. You know what? There's so much negativity in the world, like I always say. But what you got to do is you got to peel back the layer and you have to take a look at the win. A lot of times we looking for the big fish, right? We want to look at the big one to say, oh, we arrived and we made it. But you have to remember throughout your journey of life, you always have the small wins that lead to the bigger successes. So continue to celebrate those along the way and continue to capitalize on any opportunity that comes your way. Because I'm telling you, if you start to focus on the smaller wins that get you to the bigger goals, it'll keep you motivated, and I guarantee you'll be a happier person along the way.
The life coach Jeff Relaford. Buddy, look, I had when I asked you about when did you know you were funny, let me show you something and see if you knew you were funny.
Oh Lord.
Oh
Lord. Oh Lord. What have you pulled out of you? Okay.
Pulled out of his head, huh?
And see if you thought you were funny here. Okay? It's short.
Okay.
I remember the line like it was yesterday. Hey man, great fight, man. Yeah. But I've never seen anyone hurt like that in a charity event, though.
Well, maybe you don't know, but I can flow toe to toe. You better ask somebody.
Oh my God!
Back, crazy Martin.
But you were around Martin Lawrence, okay?
Yeah.
And to this day, I mean, you're still around Martin Lawrence, but at that moment right there, you had your break. That's your first television, on-air television performance.
Mm-hmm.
How did that feel? And did you say, man, I got this? I'm gonna take it farther than it's ever been before for me?
Man, you know, I was so excited. But here's the funny thing, man. I knew Martin because I had started performing in DC. So I had, you know, I'm sorry I'm doing that. This is a little caveat. Martin will never tell you, probably never to ever tell this story, but I saved Martin's life.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, from getting in real trouble. One night we were at a place called the Comedy Spot on K Street. And Martin is a Golden Glove boxer.
Right.
All right, so this other comic had come in, he was talking crazy to Martin, and Martin, when I tell you Martin, because he, you know, I don't know what it was back then, but you know, white dudes would say stuff and they'd be all crazy, and when they got drunk, they would be out of control sometimes in the comedy scene. It was like they would, you know, they were real disrespectful sometimes to the black comics. So you know, Martin came in. And this white boy said something to Martin, and Martin said, "Yo, man, you get out of my face. We gonna do Marty Mart." And man, what Martin,
he gave him a 2-piece and a couple of wings.
Man, he gave this fool a side. He gave him a Popeye's 3-piece with the biscuit.
Right. Man,
Hey, bro, and the hot sauce with coleslaw, red beans and rice, black eyes and peas. He gave him everything, bro.
Oh, he laid him out.
Get
this. And so here's how I say Martin's like. Martin was like, "Yeah, keep talking to you." I'm like, "Martin, we are on K Street in DC.
That ain't what you do out there,
man. Get out of here, because if the police come, because the dude gets something, he's like, "Call the police, Martin assaulted me." He's like, you know, I was like, "Yo, man, get on out of here, bro. I'm telling you, you need to leave right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if the police come, they're gonna take you. And he's like, yeah, let me get on out of here. And I said, man, I'll cover for you. All right, I'm gonna cover for you. Just go. And Martin left. Sure enough, the police came, and I was like, nah, man. He was talking trash to Martin. Martin was defending himself. He threw a drink on him. I was
and all kind of stuff.
I was all kind of stuff. I was like, Martin didn't do nothing. That dude did. And he's like, man, who are you? I'm like, I'm the dude that saw the fight, you know. So yeah, man. So in a sense, technically, if Martin had gone to jail that night,
who knows?
Right?
Who knows where we would have been? It could have been an Allen Iverson situation. You know what I'm saying?
You know how.
Who knows?
Never know.
No, but that's true story. But did I know? I interestingly enough, I got that job because I was kind of mutually friends with my ex-wife's family is mutually friends with the executive producer and creator of the show, Topper Carew. We're 6 degrees of separation from everybody. Mm-hmm. He told me about the part. I was working with them to be managed. They got me on the show, and I had known Martin, you know, so we were kind of friendly, you know, because he, Joe Torre, we were all sort of in a crew of people that sort of came up together. Martin was working out at the Comedy at Theater as well out here in California, where Robin Harris was founded and did his thing. So we were around each other. So I felt like that opportunity was the beginning. It was the oh, here I go. You know, I'm gonna get my shine. You know, and so yeah, I felt like that was that was the beginning of my ascension into the Hollywood game. You know, like I'm gonna make it because I can do this.
And we saw you too, man. And then Martin put you in as the angry brother, you know, and you did a couple.
Hey man, I was aggravated, man, and if that show had stayed on, I would have been. I feel like I could have been like Tommy. I mean, all the other men.
Brother man on the fifth floor.
Brother man, and it was me, aggravated man, and there was one more. There were 5 men.
Yeah.
Wrong.
It worked out, man. I got one more I want to show you real quick, okay?
Oh Lord.
I think there was a guy that you used to work with, JD. What's his name? I think JD. Forgot his last name. Anyway,
let's see.
Let's see, Marcy. Why don't we see? All right.
Let's see.
This is short.
Okay.
Here we go. I better press the right one.
Court's about to start any minute. I hope this don't take long. We're gonna be in and out, counselor. Didn't I tell you stop calling me that I'm not a lawyer?
All rise. The Honorable Judge Karen Jones presiding.
Oh,
Sylvester.
Karen? You know her? Man, we used to date back in the day.
We just broke up this morning.
Oh, you gonna tell all my business? Bird dance. Do the bird dance. Anna.
Those little kids need to get off that Ritalin.
Oh my God.
He said she gonna tell all my business.
Did you see
Cracked his own self up.
It was more true. That Lawrence, man, that guy is so very talented, man. We didn't do any more of those, and it was so funny, man. I look like an old. It's like we were supposed to be middle-aged, like teenagers or something. I'm like an old ass man.
That's why I picked that one there because I'm like,
look at the way he's standing. Is this dude?
Look at the way he's standing, okay? Because that's part of the acting, okay? Because I know you don't stand like that all the time. The way he was standing, the way he, you know, the way you tuck the shirts in, all of that stuff is part of the experience, guys. Okay,
Yeah.
This man right here has
Yep.
mastered that. I'm surprised you have not been a leading actor. You know,
I mean, you know what? Man. I look at you follow the careers of some people. What? Oh my God, I'm losing my mind right now. Bang Bang.
Bernie Mac. Not Bernie Mac.
No. John Weatherspoon.
Wow.
Even Samuel L. Jackson didn't get his first acting role till he was almost 40. I think he was 45 or something when he got his that role he had on Coming to America, where he played the crook it was people come into their own at different times, man. You know, nobody's path to success is the same. I think we all put in work, but what's going to move? No one can tell in this business what is going to be the thing. No one knows. You never know what the thing is that's going to. Okay, this was the piece of tape, or this was the song, this was the rap, this was the joke. No one knows what that is. You just got to keep putting in the work so that you get that opportunity to make that happen. So I think, and anybody that says I knew when it was going to happen is lying. They're lying. You didn't know. You didn't know. You know, and the timing was perfect for who knew. You know, like Adele Givens had that one joke on Def Jam. It made her famous.
A tic tac joke.
Yep.
Tic Tac. You know, I ain't scared of you, motherfucker.
That's right.
I was there that night. I watched the dude who bombed in front of him. I was there that night.
Wow.
So what I'm saying is, he didn't know who knew somebody was gonna bomb in front of him.
Right.
Yep.
You know, and that joke he did, you know, I ain't scared of you, went and that was Kid Capri and him just going back. It was an improv.
Wow.
So what I'm saying is, you just got to continue to work, man, and try to put yourself in a position where you get opportunities to become. Because saying you became because you knew when that opportunity was, that's not true. That's a lie. No one knows. No one knows. You know, and you, it's like with a football player or a basketball player. You never know which dunk, which game where you shoot. You know, because sometimes it's not the game that where you shine. It's the other stuff you do. You know what I mean? Like, for example, if you know, it might not be the game where you get a triple double, but you shut down somebody on defense. So that's the thing that gets you to the, you know, that's the thing that gets you the scholarship, that gets you to the thing, that gets you to the league, that gets you to, you never know. So I think it's just, you know, you put yourself in a position where it's like, hey man, you know what? I'm here to play the game.
Right.
I'm in the game, so I'm going to make the best of this opportunity.
Gina, hold that statement until we get around to you, okay? For the final thoughts, okay? First of all, buddy, we never have time enough in an hour show to get to everything that we want to get to. So again,
that's your fault. You should have a 3-hour show. Nobody tell you to cut did nobody tell you to cut the show off at an hour? You know, that's your business.
They did. Yeah, they did. We didn't have to start with all of this Danita Bohannon stuff either. But
he brought it back up.
I want to thank you, man. You're an amazing talent, man. I want to thank you for all that you've done to make us laugh, period. Not just here on the show, but, you know, nationwide, national, international. You're a great talent, man. And he's coming from the hometown, y'all, from GI. You know what I'm saying? Before we get out here, though, buddy, we go around the room, man, and we tell everyone, give everybody some positive thoughts, man. We want to start with you.
Listen, I just want to say I'm humbled and I thank you and I appreciate you for having me on the show. I just want to tell everybody, man, stay in your gift and give out what you want to receive. Whatever you give out, you know, whatever attitude and whatever stuff you give out, that's what you'll get back.
Absolutely, man. Moby, what you got?
Man, I had a question, but I got to cut that. Anyway, bro, I appreciate you a whole lot. I appreciate you for coming around. I enjoyed your company, man.
Thank you.
Keep doing your thing, bro.
Marcy.
Yeah, I also enjoyed you being on the show tonight, and I just want to tell people, Buddy Lewis is a prime example. He talked about his grades and how they dropped, and it was something he truly wanted to do was continue to swim, but he didn't. When he stumbled and he fell at that point, he didn't stay down. He got back up. He got back up and see how he is still successful.
You gotta sing that background as everybody get their talk.
Buddy, you didn't want that 1.9.
You know, when people come on, you know, they always leave something that I can always hold on to and take something away from. And you know, you truly been an inspiration since you've been on here. And you know, every time when people come on and they share their successes and their stories, they don't pop off normally when I get my last talk. But you know, they normally stay on. But you know,
you done ran against
I ran them off. Well, you know, buddy, I thank you for coming, brother. And you've been an inspiration to me, even though you popped off. None but love, brother. None but love.
Well, I just wanted, and he doesn't have, Buddy doesn't have to be on to hear this, but
Yeah.
I guess what I'm going to watch tonight.
Whoa.
Housewives.
You want us to guess?
Put them on. Okay, Buddy, guess what I'm going to watch tonight?
What?
Thicker Than Water.
Oh Lord.
Oh, yeah. I remember that one.
What? Thicker than water.
Thicker Than Water.
Oh God.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, you know what? Wait, go watch Beverly Hood. You know, this is my claim to fame. That is Beyonce's first movie. Go watch that. Watch that one too.
Watch that one too. We'll watch
Beverly
that
Hood.
Beverly Hood.
Okay.
Hey, buddy.
It's on the bottom floor of Blockbuster.
He said something.
Behind that curtain, right? Right behind that curtain.
Right behind the dirt.
with the porn movies. I'm sorry. Hey, Brian Biggs says it's good seeing you. It's your classmate, the Biggs twin. Great hearing from you.
Oh man, I haven't seen the Briggs brothers in a while, man. Good dudes.
Most definitely. They are some great guys, man, too. Hey man, again, we thank you for coming through and hanging out.
And guess what? I'll come back.
You can come back.
All right. Yes, anytime.
I told you we would laugh for a full hour.
I tell you what we're gonna do, G. When the movies come out, later on the year, I'm come on. We're gonna celebrate. You know, and talk about we talk about the films and all that kind of stuff.
That's awesome.
We'll give you a couple of days, man. We get them long burning candles. All right.
Yeah.
We can do
There
that.
you go.
I love it. I love to hear it, homie.
That's what we're gonna do, man. But thank you for coming through and making us laugh, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much,
We
man.
enjoyed
It was a
you.
pleasure. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Whenever you need us, we here for you. Okay, say hello to goodbye. I'm sorry to Marcella, the fire marshal.
Bye, Marcella. It's good. Love the hair.
Good to see you. Yes.
We have the same.
See you next time.
I love that hair, girl. You know, I just got mine on my chin.
Switch it up. Switch it up.
Like Coach Gina Gadsden, Mo B, thank y'all, man. And it was a pleasure being on, live TV, man. I'm saying it right. I don't want to mess it up. Say what is D Live
TV Live.
Dope Living TV.
It was a pleasure here to be on Dope Living TV.
Man,
I'm living dope and I'm living.
That's what you're supposed to say,
man. All right.
There it is. We need that same look all the way through. I love it.
That look.
We're gonna see you guys tomorrow.
You're gonna be on the reel. Go put them on the reel, Greg.
Huh?
Put them on the reel. Go ahead and say it again. Say Dope Living TV Live. We're gonna put you on the
Y'all
reel.
stop talking.
It's been a pleasure to be here on Dope Living TV.
You should have rolled the credits right there, man.
Should have rolled the credits, right? That's what I should have done. Thanks, buddy. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you.
Thank y'all.